This is 2022 Hyundai Palisade. We're going to do audio upgrade. Customer would like to have a better sound. We are putting 4 speakers, 5-channel amplifier, and a crossover. We're doing Alpine component speaker type R, 2-way speaker in the back. We will need a Axxess crossover high to low. We are using MB-Core 5-channel amp and Alpine baseline. In the trunk, there is a cover. We're going to put amplifier and crossover down here. This is not a premium sound. Normally, they would have amplifier. If there's an amplifier under the passenger seat, this one doesn't have it.
Where do you put that key, man?
So this one has just radio. We're going to get to the radio. I do have a video how to take the dashboard out, but I'm going to do it again. First thing we're going to do is take this side panel out. There's a screw here. Remove this. Same thing on the other side. Then there are screws holding on to the bottom one. Then we're going to separate this plastic bezel out. Then radio comes out after that. To take this side panel, this is a soft dash. So you stick it from panel popper like this. From here, then you gradually pop this side panel out like this. And you're going to remove this rubber. This thing comes out. And there is a screw right here. We're going to remove that. So after you remove this screw, lift up this panel right here. See this? There's a locking, and you pull forward. See? The whole panel comes out. So this panel comes out. Let me use panel popper on that side. Normally, if you have a push button start, there is a button here. Of course, you would have to disconnect that. This is a regular key start. I never seen Palisade with key start, but this is key start. So it doesn't have a button here. Normally, they would have a push button start here. Okay, same thing on the driver's side. Start it from the soft part, and you pry this out like this. So once you have it out, remove this rubber, and then this thing comes off like this. Same thing right here. You will have, now on this side, you're going to have to pry this bottom part out first to get to this one, because this one is overlapped by this bottom one. Okay, so again, you are taking this screw out. Now on this side, I don't believe it comes out like this. This side, you would have to pry this out a little bit like this. Be careful.
What do you do with my
this
medical?
Plastic. Okay, so you pull this out.
Leave. I know you.
Carefully pry this bottom part out. Okay, so once you have it out, if you look underneath, see this one is overlapped here. So you cannot just pry this out like the other side without removing this. I forgot there is a one screw right here. You got to remove this screw right next to this switch right here. There's a screw under part of this dashboard, so you got to remove that. So after you remove this screw here, pry this downward, and don't forget to remove that. This, you can grab it from here, and this comes out. Now all this screws underneath. There's a 2 here, another one here. We're going to remove that. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. Maybe this is not necessary. Okay. So after you remove the screws, it's a panel popper. Gently pry, start it from this corner here. Gently pry that off. What you're doing is you are separating this thin plastic. Be very careful. It's a thin plastic, paper thin. You don't want to break it. You just gradually go around, separate this thing. So there are 4 screws. 1, 2, 3. Another one on this side. This bottom bezel, this thing, comes out together. You gradually pop this out all the way to this part. It's very, very, very tight. So use a panel popper like this to just pry that off gradually, and this thing gets separated like this. So unplug this side, which is the airbag indication light. Disconnect the battery just in case SRS light comes on. Just disconnect the negative side of the battery and disconnect this plug here, which is right here. And now you can access the screws here. To take this out completely, you're gonna have to remove this bottom dashboard, bottom of the steering wheel column. Remove this, then this comes out. We're not doing that. Our goal is to get behind the radio, so we're just gonna remove 2 screws from here, 2 screws on the passenger side, and radio will come out. Okay, so I got 4 screws out, 2 on each side, and now the radio will come out, so we can access the back of it. Okay, so you just push the tab to release all these harnesses. Same thing with the USB and antenna right here. This is a direct text information. I'll put it online. So all the color matches. They said left front, brown white, which happens to be right here, brown white. So I'm just going to double check, make sure all the speaker wires are there. 22 Hyundai Palisade. We're going to change out the speakers. We're going to take this rubber piece out. It should be screwed here. Panel out. It should be screwed there. So remove this mat from here. There's a screw right there. I don't think there's a screw here. This doesn't come out, I don't think. After you remove the screw, there is a notch cut out all the way in the bottom here. You can put your panel popper here, pull it out from here, and gradually pop this out. In this corner, there is a locking clip right here, so you're going to have to be careful not to crack this side. So once you have that whole thing out, then it should pry up like this. Very simple to take out. It's similar to Kia Telluride. It comes out the same way. You can either drop this wall panel down to do it, or simply push this release pin right here, and this whole thing comes out like that. So now, so this right here, there's a locking clip right here that goes in here. So once you remove that, this can be separated. Same thing over here. Push the pin, the little clip, it comes out. This is 6.5. So these, as you can see, it's about 1 inch space here. There's 2 ways to do it. Metro makes the spacer like this, and you can use the Metro space, or remove this the speaker right here, install new speaker onto it. Those tweeter goes on the top. Okay, so this surround pries off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove the 4 screws and get this one out. So we got the speaker out. I'm just going to cut this metal pin out. Alpine high power components. As I said, I'm using this basket as a spacer at this time, where it is. This was the old one. So without this spacer, it may hit the glass. So you need to use this one to bring it out a little bit. So 4 screws to hold on to it. Put the crossover. This is a tweeter. I'm not using this. We're going to put it into where the factory tweeters hole is. This will be too big. Okay, this tweeter should.
Don't worry, don't worry.
About.
Please, don't worry.
Where does it come out? Two screws here. Hold it right here. To mount the tweeter, you can do two things. You can make metal strap go over tweeter. I'm just going to put clay. Clay should be sticking up, doesn't go anywhere. It should be held on pretty good, the way it is. One side. Close over right here. Close over here.
Yo soy tu prisionero, empacable, es tu cabo.
Right here. This goes over to the base. There's a rubber grommet right here. I made a hole here. This is factory wire. The red is plus, blue is minus. Made a hole in the bottom here. This one in. This is the one that goes to over to the tweeter. All connected now. Test it, okay?
Izquierda, wrong way, wrong positivo, way negativo. Ah, pero no sabías. Estás en otro lado. Oye.
We are also doing 5-channel amplifier in the back. So we are cutting speaker wires from the radio. So one that goes toward to the factory radio, which is going to be an input for the Axxess line out converter. So you hook up this gray wire, gray black wire to here. Red is positive, blue is negative. So you connect that. Let's say this is the input. This is output toward to the speaker wires. We do the same thing. I thought I had to take the bottom cover off to get to the top cover to be removed, but we didn't have to. We just pried it off. Top came off. So we were able to remove the whole face.